Welcome to on tonight's Clubhouse Live, All-Star Pro Linebacker De'Vondre the Captain Campbell is back and ready to celebrate another Victory Monday. And hanging out with De'Vondre is a familiar face. Showtime is here again. It's Packers Pro Bowl running back Aaron Jones. The Packers matched wits with the hoodie and came away with a big win at Lambeau. We'll look back at the game and ahead to London. Plus, we'll test the guys' hand-eye coordination as part of our Clubhouse Live challenge. It's time to get started, so let's open the doors.
Hey, good Monday evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Clubhouse Kitchen Bar. We're hanging out, as always, inside the Hilton Appleton Paper Valley Hotel. We're in downtown Appleton, Wisconsin. I'm Brett Christopherson with USA Today Network Wisconsin and the Post-Crescent. Look at this crowd. How you guys feeling tonight? And they're still coming in. Fantastic. We got a big crowd, Victory Monday crowd. Huge co-host, huge guest, and a whole lot to get to. But we could never get the show started unless we thank our door openers tonight. We got three kids to talk about. How about Macy from Appleton, Alfredo from Fond du Lac, and Veda from Appleton? There you go. They're all decked out in their green and gold, and I know they're very happy about this. How about you guys? Green Bay Packers 27, New England Patriots 24. A win is a win is a win, right? Ugly or otherwise, they all count the same. Mason Crosby, how about the old vet, right? 31-yard field goal as time expired in overtime. Gave the Packers their third straight win and led a collective and loud exhale, right? You guys were exhaling from the faithful. Wasn't easy. Rarely is, of course, in the NFL, but Green Bay rallied from a 10-7 halftime deficit behind three straight scoring drives to open the second half. That included touchdowns to Robert Tonyan. He's back. Good to see. And how about Romeo Doubs getting one as well? Christian Watson. Packers wound up finishing with 443 total yards. The defense also came up with a big and key overtime stop, did they not? That set up Crosby's game winner. Congratulations, by the way, to number 12, who became only the fifth quarterback in NFL history to throw for at least 500 career touchdowns in the regular season and postseason. That's three in the wagon for the Packers. Three straight W's and all. Up next, a trip across the pond, right? Going to London to take on the New York Football Giants. Make sure you're up and at them Sunday morning, guys. That's an 8:30 a.m. kickoff. So be ready to go. Look who's back. Happy Vince is here. He's looking at you, Aaron Jones. Happy Vince. He's happy because the guys are here. First, he's back for a second straight week. We still haven't scared this guy away. It is our co-host. It is Green Bay Packers linebacker De'Vondre Campbell. He's right there. And look who is hanging out with De'Vondre tonight. We got the captain and we got Showtime. It's Green Bay Packers Pro Bowl running back. It's Aaron Jones. He's back. First things first, let's thank our presenting sponsors. Cellcom, save 50% on select smartphones now through October 31st. New flex agreement and monthly service required. Visit cellcom.com/fall for details. East Wisconsin Savings Bank, they help members build a wonderful life. Learn about all of their services at eastwist.com. And Munoz Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, your center for dental excellence, voted Reader's Choice Best Dentist on this year's Best of the Bay. Let Dr. Sebastian and his team of professionals help you achieve your dream smile. This is a guy that is not smiling, however, today. It is not Victory Monday for him. It is Chicago Bears fan, Ricardo Arguello.
Thank you, Brett. I would say I'm perplexed more than not smiling.
About your quarterback, perhaps?
Yeah, a little bit. But I'll tell you what, Brett, they're a game behind the Packers and the Vikings with 4 games completed.
Okay.
I feel good.
Yeah, the slide begins, right?
Yeah,
Losing
exactly.
to the Giants.
You're right.
Let's quit talking about the Bears. We want to talk about Packers football, don't we, here? So, Ricardo, I'm guessing we have a big online audience, as always. So how does it all work?
And it's very active right now. It's an interactive show. As everyone knows, we invite your comments and questions through that live chat that we found online next to the video viewer. I am monitoring that chat, Brett, right now. Lots of activity going on, and we'll relay those comments and questions right over to you.
Clubhouse Live is the hashtag. I'm at PCBrettC. Ricardo is at Ricardo DeLeon. De'Vondre is at Came_along_way. And Aaron is at Showtime TYME_33. Vikings welcome Matt still in place because they're winning too many games, people, aren't they? They're winning too many games. So we want the guys to stomp their feet all over the ugly Vikings logo and start giving them some bad luck. Let's get our co-host up here. He is in his 7th NFL season and his 2nd with the Packers. He's a defensive leader. He's an all-pro. He's all about row the boat and sky you ma. And did you know he's a magazine cover model? He is. More on that in a moment. How about Green Bay Packers linebacker, the all-pro, De'Vondre, the Captain Campbell. The captain is here, right? The captain, that's what we call him now. How about this guy, everybody?
How's everybody doing?
How about it, huh? Isn't this fun?
Yeah, it
gets
is.
you energy.
It's good to see you again.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it good to see him over there, Ricardo? He's not even paying attention right now.
Yeah, I don't know if he's in a good mood today. We should kind of leave him alone.
Yeah, we would leave him back there in the corner. But
Yeah.
it's good to see you too, and congratulations on the big win.
Yeah,
I just want to say to everybody though, first we have a programming note. We've been getting some questions asking if we're still on for next week since you guys will be busy. You'll be flying back from London, so you're not going to be able to be here, or Amari Rogers, our other co-host. But yes, we will still have a show, not with these guys, but I'm going to announce who that will be at the end of tonight's show. And I can give you a little hint and tell you he's a member of the Packers Hall of Fame and has not yet appeared on the show, so you're going to want to stick around for some breaking news, Rosie, later on in the show. A lot to get to.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Well, I want to start out with a little bit more of a serious note before we get to Sunday's game and all the fun stuff that we'd like to do here. But I want to ask you, your hometown's Fort Myers, Florida.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Hurricane Ian just came rumbling through, didn't it? How's everybody doing? How's the Campbell family doing down there? Can you talk about what's going on? Or
I mean, everybody's alive.
That's good.
That's all that matters at this moment. So, that's the only thing to really be grateful at this moment. We definitely took a lot of damage. My dad's house got flooded. All the cars kind of lost a lot, but we'll be all right. Like I said, everybody's alive, so we can build from there. It's gonna take some time, but everything happens for a reason.
You can always rebuild the houses and get cars and all that stuff, right?
Sure.
Making sure everybody's safe and sound is obviously the biggest thing. How do you stay focused? Is it tough to stay focused this week when that was all going on, or?
A little bit, because I mean, everything's all fine and dandy for me, but I knew the stress my family was going through back home, and my dad's a tough person. He doesn't show it, but just communicating with my siblings, I knew he was going through it, because he didn't want to leave the house. You know, it's kind of hard to leave a house that you've been living in for 30 years. You know, you built it yourself, you paid it off yourself, so it was a pride thing. But I had to have a talk with him actually before I came here to get him to leave, because I'm like, if the house flooded, I mean, it's probably mold or everything kind of built up in there. So, but it's all good.
It's all good, and he's going to be good, and everybody's going to be okay, and you'll rebuild. How many times have you been in? Have you ever experienced a hurricane living down there?
Yeah, so we had one in 2004, Hurricane Charlie. That was the worst one I've ever been through. That was a Category 4. I think this one was a 5. So we had some flooding, but it wasn't as bad as it was this time. I think, like, I remember, like, it was coming up to, like, my hip at that time. But this was, like, covering cars and all kind of stuff. So, like, yeah, it got pretty bad.
Can't imagine what that's like. We get tornadoes, but obviously no such thing as hurricanes up here.
Yeah, everybody has their thing.
Everybody has plenty of tornadoes. But pretty soon there's going to be blizzards, De'Vondre.
I went
so get
through
ready,
a couple
get ready
tornadoes. I mean, I've experienced it all. I lived in Kansas, so I've had my fair share.
You've got it all.
You know, I wanted to be a storm chaser growing up. Twister was my favorite movie.
Is that right? Well, here we go. Look at this.
Yeah.
You see De'Vondre in one of those weather
did.
cars going to chase
I see a
tornadoes,
future
huh?
Until
show.
like my first like actual tornado, like I was like, nah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah.
that wasn't a good idea.
Especially when you're 1 mile away from it and it's coming at you. You think, maybe I should turn around. And I've never seen a tornado, actually. Have you, Ricardo? Have you ever seen one?
No.
No. And I care not to. I would
No,
rather
neither
not
do
to.
I.
No, I'd rather not to see all that stuff. So, well, before we talk about yesterday's game. Dan the man, can you go over here? Did you guys check this out? Look at De'Vondre here on the cover of the game day program. Look at that scowl, huh? Look at that guy. Cover model, De'Vondre, the Captain Campbell. Thank you to Crazy Ashley for picking one up at the game yesterday. Look at you, huh? Look at you. What do you think?
That's a really nice picture. I got to thank Evan. Evan is my guy. I told him, I was like, I don't know where you get that camera from, but
He's good.
I need one of those. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Former Green Bay Press Gazette.
Yeah, former colleague of ours and moved over and became the Packers team
Yeah.
photographer. Fantastic photographer.
Awesome guy.
Yeah,
Awesome guy.
Did you mention, like in the story about you, did you happen to mention Clubhouse Live in here?
Yeah.
Or, do I need to look through it here? Or
How about Brett? Did you mention Brett?
Did you mention my name by chance with 2 T's? Brett with 2 T's? Huh?
I'm sorry. It wasn't. They didn't give me an opportunity.
They didn't give you an opportunity, please. So I tell you what. Well, okay, let's talk a little football. Rosie, quickly, can you unveil the GIF of the night? Let's check it out. Yes, everybody was dancing after the game, right? Look at De'Vondre with the moves, wiggling the hips. Kind of like what I'm doing right now. That's what you want to call what I'm doing.
Oh, man.
Right? Everybody was feeling good, feeling happy after beating the hoodie, right?
Yeah.
Big sigh of relief, right? Those are tough games. Tough games to win. Everybody wants the beautiful mistake-free games. That doesn't happen. A win is a win is a win, right?
Yeah, man, it's tough to win in this league, and you can never take anything for granted. The margin of error is so small. It's not like college, where you see Alabama playing against like South Alabama or something. You go into the game, like they're probably gonna dominate. Like the talent level is immense. Everybody's good, so you just have to. You have to be prepared for whatever, and we played a really, really well-coached football team, and that's one thing going against Bill Belichick. Like, they're going to do everything right, and you kind of have to outlast them. So it was a good football team, great game, and I'm proud of the way we were able to just be resilient and keep going and keep going.
Good point about the hoodie. Yeah, absolutely. It's not like he's some slouch coach. I think he knows what he's doing a little bit. Yeah. So it really shouldn't come as a surprise that he's gonna grind these games out all season long. And wouldn't be surprised to see the Patriots knocking at the door to get into the playoffs. We always talk about establishing the identity. What do you think the identity of the defense is right now? 4 games in, you're one of the captains, right? What are you guys emerging as when it comes to an overall unit?
I mean, it's still early in the season. We're I feel like we just finished the first quarter. The first 4 games. That's kind of like the first quarter of the season. But right now, I kind of feel like we're playing bend but don't break. We can play a lot better. We are playing pretty good, but it's a long season, and we still got a lot of stuff I think we can correct and get better at. And that's the beauty of having another opportunity is. We can build on the good, and we know we have an opportunity to fix the bad. So we just have to go in and continue to get better. We have another tough opponent coming up this week in the Giants. They're 3-1. They're playing really well. So we got our work cut out for us.
And a good running back in Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, he's running really well, looking like his old self. So it's going to be a great challenge.
What do you see in the run defense right now? It's been a little bit of a bend but don't break situation. Yeah. Some of the things that the tape is showing you, and some of the areas you can shore up. What do you see in there?
Like I say, it's just one of those things where we have to play better. I wouldn't say there's one thing particular to point out. We all have some stuff we need to work on, Like I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus or say anything like that. I feel like we can play better as a unit.
De'Vondre, if you ever want to throw anybody under the bus, just do it Ricardo. I mean, he's just sitting right there.
He's
just replace the player's name with Ricardo's name.
He's on a landslide right now, man.
Oh, he's on a big landslide, yeah.
Insurance is paid off. I'm fine.
Yeah,
I got insurance.
He always says he's got that health insurance. A couple more
That's
things.
very important.
It is.
It
Very
is.
important.
And then I'm going to kick it to you in a moment for our first audience question of the night, Ricardo. But overtime now. We get into overtime, and weird things happen in overtime, right?
Yes.
And it's all looking good. Packers win the toss. Aaron Rodgers and company, you're thinking, okay, that's it, ball game. And then it's 3 and out. Then the punt happens, and all of a sudden New England's at midfield. And everybody's getting nervous, right? Everybody's thinking, uh-oh. But then the defense steps up, doesn't it? A 5-yard run, a run for no gain, and then an incomplete pass, and you're back off the field. That set up the big 12, I think it was a 12-play, 77-yard game-ending drive that ended with Mason Crosby's 31-yarder. What are you, as the captain, the guy who's calling the defense, what are you doing and telling the guys there in that pivotal moment? Is there a whole lot of kicking and screaming and swearing and cussing and challenging, or are you nice, cool, calm, and collected like you usually are?
Yeah, that's about it.
Well,
I mean,
well, which one? Yeah.
I'm cool, calm, and collected all the time.
Okay.
You know, I never get too high and I never get too low, but I was kind of telling the guys this is the moment you live for. You know, like we want to build a championship defense, and this is where it matters. Like I was kind of referring to earlier when I was talking about like the margin of talent. Like the NFL is all about situational football, and this is another situation. You know, we're basically backed up, and if we give up 10, 15 yards, they're in field goal range, like easy field goal range. So we have to do everything we can to get off the field and just take it one play at a time. And I think we're able to kind of pull together and come through when we needed to.
Came up with a big stop at the key moment of the game. And wanted to ask you quickly before we go over to Ricardo, how challenging is it for the defense to, okay, you got Brian Hoyer in, the backup, and all of a sudden he's out thanks to Rashawn Gary, right? Now you got a guy named Bailey, Zappi, I'm not sure what, some rookie quarterback, right? Yep. All of a sudden you got kind of an unscouted guy coming in. So what's the challenge in trying to kind of readjust your game plan to what maybe he brings to the offense?
Yeah, you kind of just referred to it. You know, you spend the whole week preparing for a certain type of game plan, and then everything that you've been looking at and working on the whole week, it kind of just goes out the window, and you spend the rest of the time on the sideline just making adjustments and trying to kind of adjust the game plan to the player that's out there. We didn't know much about him, and I think we did a really good job of responding. He made some plays as an NFL quarterback will. Give him his props. He's a good player, and he stepped up when the time was needed. But like I said, I think we made the plays when we needed to and got off the field when we needed to.
It did, and ended up with a Packers victory, right, everybody? 3 straight wins. By the way, how about this guy? Remember a couple weeks ago you were saying, "Oh, the bright lights, I'm not used to." Now he's like a pro up here.
Man.
This is no big deal.
You know what they say in the Army? You know, the more opportunities you get, the better. What is it, like 10,000 reps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. The more opportunities, the better he is, and he's turned out to be a heck of a co-host. Ricardo, you have a heck of a regular audience member over there. She's got a question.
Yeah.
Yes, this is Tracy.
She's always coming with the great questions.
She does.
She does.
Fantastic.
Hey, this is Tracy Santos from Appleton.
Hold on.
By the way,
let me
check
get a
out the
second
shirt.
to breathe. Let me get ready.
Hold on a bit. But hey, De'Vondre, you got to check out this shirt though. She got the Bakhtiari. Look at that. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Packers Bakhtiari. There we
love
go,
it.
Brett. All
I
right.
love it.
Your question for De'Vondre, Tracy.
Besides potentially impacting the opposing offense's communication, how else does crowd noise affect the defense?
To be honest, it affects me sometimes too, because we're communicating through a microphone. So like sometimes like when everybody's making noise in the background and he's trying to talk, I can't hear anything. I can only hear the background noise. So you have to be really good with the signals. And when you got about 20 to 30 plays in, it's kind of sometimes it get a little tough to figure out what's what. So I love it though. It's always an opportunity to kind of grow, and those are the moments you live for. You know, I love that type of pressure, honestly.
There we go. Great answer.
Great question.
Great
Tracy
question.
again. Thank you.
Yes. We're going to take a timeout. Did you notice, Ricardo, though, when he said She always asks great questions. He was kind of glaring at me like,
Yeah.
step it up, Brett.
I was
Ask some
gonna
better
say,
questions.
come on. You've been doing this thousands of times,
Yeah,
Brett.
apparently I'm not as good as Tracy Santos, so I guess I have something to work on. Aaron Jones can probably vouch for that as well. I'm sure I'll hear about that. But let's do tonight's Stat Pack. How about this little nugget from ESPN Stats and Information? Saw this last night. And hard to believe, actually. Sunday's contest between the Packers and Giants will mark the first time that an NFL game played in London will feature both teams with winning records. That's amazing, isn't it?
How long has the London games
How long
been
has the
going on?
London game been going, Ricardo? Any
It
idea?
was 90s, right? Late 90s,
Was
maybe?
it back that
That
far
long?
already?
Yeah. Or am I
That's
thinking of
crazy.
NFL Europe? I'm thinking
Maybe-
of NFL
maybe,
Europe.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't-
Both teams.
Both teams with winning records. First time ever a game played in London. Both you guys are 3-1.
That's a long
Yeah, but that's because they
time,
usually
man.
they usually send the teams that are struggling over there, but they actually sent.
Usually Jacksonville.
yeah,
or-
yeah. I mean, not to offend
well,
anybody.
not
you
to
know.
name names, but I just did. The
Nope,
Bears.
the
Yeah,
Bears
send
have
the
never
Bears
been
over there.
They've never been there.
And then this little stat here. Did you know, everybody, the Packers franchise victory total is now at 785, which is tied with the Bears for the most in
Took
NFL
'em long
history.
enough.
And it's going to be surpassed this season, isn't it? There you go.
This week.
Hey, Ricardo, we're doing trivia tonight.
Yeah, we are doing the trivia. Remember, hey, listen, we do have some rules, though. We'll ask the question. If you think you know the answer, please raise your hand. Don't shout it out. And, Brett, if they do get it right, what do they win?
What do they win, De'Vondre?
Nachos and beer.
Yes, right here at the Clubhouse Kitchen and Bar.
That's right, and
Yes.
that's regular beer, not root beer, kids. So you can't win that one. And
Is
once
Is
you
it their
win,
choice of root beer?
no, I think it's just beer. Once you win, then you're out for the rest of the show. And Brett, sorry, live chatters, you got to be here to win.
All right, so De'Vondre, Ricardo, check
Yes.
the room. I'll ask the first question. As we all remember now, the Packers and Patriots squared off in Super Bowl 31, 26 seasons ago already. That's hard to believe. Anyway, Desmond Howard, he scored the final touchdown of the game on a 99-yard kickoff return to give the Packers a 33-21 lead. Green Bay then tacked on a 2-point conversion. I know pass that was caught by this fan favorite. Do you know it, Bob? Yeah, I didn't even have to give the hint. The hint was going to be think Star Wars, right? Chewie. Mark Chmura, the tight end. Howard, by the way, the game's MVP, as the Packers won 35-21. First Super Bowl championship since the 1967 season. So, are we ready to get your co-host, or your guest, I should say, up to the desk? Should we do that?
Yes.
Let's do it. We got to do it good and proper. Our guest tonight is in his 6th NFL season, all with the Packers. He was selected by the Packers in the 5th round of the 2017 NFL Draft. He has appeared in all 4 games this season, has rushed for 327 yards and a touchdown while averaging a career-high 6.8 yards per carry. Our guest tonight has also caught 12 passes for 81 yards and a score. He finished with 110 yards yesterday, everybody, on 16 carries in Sunday's victory over the Patriots. Our guest tonight is one of just 3 players in NFL history with at least 4,000 rushing yards and at least 40 rushing touchdowns, with an average of at least 5 yards per carry in his first 5 seasons, joining Hall of Famers Jim Brown and Jim Taylor. Wow, how about that?
Great company.
I need a breath. I'm running out of steam here. Our guest tonight entered the season ranked 7th in NFL history and 1st in Packers history, with an average of 5.06 yards per carry among running backs with at least 750 career carries. How about that? Rewriting the NFL history. Our guest tonight joins Derrick Henry as the only running backs in the NFL with at least 1,000 yards from scrimmage and at least 10 scrimmage TDs in each of his last 3 seasons. Our guest tonight ranks 4th in team history in rushing yardage and rushing touchdowns, right? He's working his way up the career Packers annals. Our guest tonight always rocks a great sombrero, does he not? Right? He looks good. And he is forever a member of the Clubhouse Live family. How about a big Clubhouse Live welcome for our former co-host? He is Green Bay Packers running back, number 33, Aaron Showtime Jones. He knows the drill. He's back. Finally, he's back, right? He's back. The prodigal son returns to Clubhouse Live.
Where it all began.
Where it all began, right. Well, hey, because this is De'Vondre's show and you are De'Vondre's guest, De'Vondre insists on asking the first question of the night. And who am I to challenge an all-pro linebacker, Ricardo? I'm not tough enough for that.
De'Vondre always forgets.
What is your favorite hobby to do when you're in El Paso?
My favorite hobby to do when I'm in El Paso would probably be hang out with my family at Showtime. Showtime's my sports bar and grill.
Yes.
So get the family
there you
vibe
go.
and eat.
There you go.
Yes.
Showtime.
I got to go check that out, actually.
Well, why don't you open one up here in northeast Wisconsin? Let's start franchising a little bit. Ricardo and I can run it.
Yes.
I'm a little busy right now. We in season, you know.
No
My
Bears,
focus
no
gotta-
Bears logos allowed.
Right.
Or
What?
jerseys.
What? How about a hat? Can I wear
No.
the hat?
No.
No.
We might let you wear like a navy blue apron or something.
Keep them behind in the kitchen somewhere so we can't see them, right? Well, welcome back. It's good to see you. We haven't seen you since 2019, and you haven't been back. Of course, COVID, and it would have been a virtual season. But why have you stayed away so long? You could have been back last year. Is it because
Yeah.
of him? Is it because of Ricardo?
A little bit.
Yeah.
And the other bit is you.
Whoa, whoa!
I like this.
What is that supposed to mean?
Let's explain. Come on, Aaron, explain that one.
What do
I
you
love it.
mean by that?
No, I'm just joking. But it's hard to work with a Bears fan sometimes.
It
you
is,
know,
isn't it?
Just makes it hard to come to work with them.
It is. I'll have to. That
I'll look
hurt a
forward
little
to
bit,
it.
though. I'm
was
still
just
a little
kidding.
Stung
Settle
by
down.
that put down here. I wasn't kind of used to that, but yeah, remember he was our co-host during the 2019 season. Turned out to be a huge season for Aaron Jones, right? 16 rushing touchdowns, 19 total TDs, first time cracking 1,000 rushing yards. So, and you're just doing it all over again and again and again, isn't he? One of the best in the business. Both these guys are. And by the way, two captains. Now, he is De'Vondre the Captain Campbell. That's his Clubhouse Live nickname. But Aaron Jones also one of the offensive captains this season. How about that? What does that role mean to you?
It means a lot, you know, just the respect of my teammates. We were voted by them, so there was so many other guys who could have been voted on. So to see that I have their respect means a lot, and also that your hard work doesn't go unnoticed. And then it's also something that you couldn't do without your family pushing you, and it comes from their foundation. So
You think of De'Vondre being the call. We call him the captain, though, right?
I
Come
like
on.
that. He's the anchor of our defense. He holds it down. He makes sure everybody in the right position. So it's only fitting.
Yeah, when are you going to start seeing some captain T-shirts, right? We can start promoting that for you. We can make some money here on
And
Clubhouse
we'll
Live.
take a small cut.
We'll take a
You
percentage.
got to come up with a logo.
Ooh, Rosie right
Rosie.
there.
Rosie's
he's
on it.
Mr. Logo right there. Maybe
Okay,
he'll work on it.
that's okay.
that
You
the
come up with a
challenge?
logo, we can do it.
All right, we get 80% cut, right?
80-20 sounds fair.
80-20, is that fair enough? Sure.
See, that's why I had to get off the show right there.
Aaron actually gave. I still wear the T-shirt.
I got that T-shirt, too.
I actually just wore it the other day on a nice long bike ride, and everybody's giving me the thumbs up. They know what that's all about. Go Pack, go stuff. So let's talk about this before we talk some football. Aaron, I saw this that you recently, I think it was recently, gave away 2 tickets to the London game coming up as part of a fundraiser for your A&A All the Way Foundation, right? That's pretty cool, isn't it? We're going to talk about London later in the show, but I want to know about your foundation. What is that all about? It has a military background, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. Part of it is military, and then the other part is for the youth, geared towards the youth, just giving back to them, being a resource in our community. You know, some children are born into unfortunate situations, and they have no control. So if I can be a resource in my community where I'm at or back home as well, then I want to be that resource and use my platform.
Very nice. Giving back. I see also you have an event coming up November 18th in Green Bay at the Automobile Gallery and Event Center. What can there must be some folks attending that here.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
what can folks what's that all about? What can folks expect?
It's a gala, just a night of fun. I have a few teammates there, food, drinks, music, and get to hear me talk as well, and it'll just be a great, fun night.
Ricardo, we should stream it. You and
should.
me,
I'm
Clubhouse Live on location, right? Should we do
I
it?
love it. All expenses
Got to
paid.
start expanding.
We have to grow. We have to grow this business a little bit. Well, it looks like you can go to aaalltheway.org for more details on your foundation and the gala.
Yes, sir, and to purchase tickets for the gala as well.
Absolutely. So check it out, everybody, and help support a great cause. De'Vondre.
Yes.
How do you bring down a guy like Aaron Jones, right? You're one-on-one with him, right? How you bringing him down?
Man, you just got to shoot. Just shoot. Like, he runs so smooth, it's kind of hard to, you will never get a clean shot, so you just got to kind of shoot and hope he kind of trips. For real.
Aaron's running style reminds me of my own back in the day. Very smooth, a slasher cutter.
You certainly have an imagination, my friend.
So, Aaron, how do you avoid be getting tackled by an all-pro linebacker like De'Vondre Campbell, right? There you guys are, again, one-on-one. What are you doing?
That's pretty hard. We've had times where I try to use the offense in practice, training camp is ones versus ones, and we've had those situations, and it's like he's always in the right spot at the right time. I think I baited him into the wrong hole and try to cut back, and he takes a step over, and he's just tagging me off. So I haven't quite accomplished that yet, but still trying to figure it out.
Working on it. Well, that kind of leads me. I was going to ask how you each kind of have benefited each other, right? Going against each other in practice. So, De'Vondre, how is working against a guy like Aaron made you a better player?
One of the best in the game right now. I felt like since he came in, I've always felt like he was one of the better players who don't get enough credit. And I'm like, I know if I play well against him, it ain't many people in the NFL that I can't stop. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, right. No doubt about it. And then back to you, same thing. I mean, how has the captain made you a better player?
It's been huge since he came in. I told him day one, practice right after we got off the field from practice. First practice. I said, you're what we've been missing. And you could just tell day one the way he practiced, instincts, all of that. And he's my locker mate too. His locker is we're right next to each other. And he's been helping me in so much in my development, not only off the field, or not only on the field, but off the field too. Just everyday life situations, things like that as well. So he's been a blessing. I'm glad I got him right next to me.
Good to have him on the team, isn't it?
It's
right?
great.
That was a good pickup. A very good pickup. So I guess let's keep the love fest going a little bit, right? Let's keep it going a little bit. What do you most admire about Aaron Jones? Maybe on the field, off the field, the kind of guy he is?
Off the field for sure. He's just like me, family guy. He always has his mom and his son with him, and I'm kind of the same way. I'm always with my wife and kids, so that's the biggest thing for me, because at the end of the day, football gonna be over with, and everybody gonna forget about that. And the only thing they gonna remember is what type of person you are and how you treated them. So that's the biggest thing I admire.
I agree with that, and Ricardo, heed that advice.
I do every day.
Be nicer to people, would you?
You know how I am.
And same thing to you. What you most admire about this guy when it comes to off the field stuff, or just the dude he is, right?
Just the father he is and husband. There's not a lot of men out there like him. So just to get to soak that knowledge in, ask him questions. He has kids who are older than mine. So just asking them, taking that advice.
What to expect.
What
right?
to expect. Just those little things, and it goes a long way. And like you said, he's always with family. I'm always with family. You can't beat it.
Can't beat family. Family is what matters most of all. So, and speaking of family, they're at the VIP table again. You got De'Vondre's wife there, but
there we go.
She's there again, and there is Mrs. Jones is back as well. So it's good to see her in attendance. Looks like they're having a very delicious snack as well. I think there was a pretzel with cheese. That sounds kind of good right now. So maybe we'll have to have that after the show. And kind of guys that are similar, right? Fourth rounder, fifth rounder, right? And here they are, all pro, Pro Bowl, two of the best in the business right here, ladies and gentlemen.
It's rare, man.
It's on the show. Let's talk a little bit about the offense. So 3-1. How you feeling about things on that side of the ball? I know Aaron Rodgers says it's going to be a little bit of a growing process, right? You got some new faces with the receivers and then injured guys trying to make their way back like David Bakhtiari, Robert Tonyan, but you kind of survived maybe some sloppiness from spurts to put some nice things together, and here you are 3-1. So what do you like about the guys and what's going on that side of the ball?
Definitely, our defense has been holding it down, helping us out. When we said that, they knew coming in. We told them, and they accepted the challenge. Hey, it's gonna take us some time to get going, but we'll pick it up, and when we need it, we'll all be right there and gel together. And we're slowly picking it up. We're getting on that same page. It's like you said, you got guys who are hurt trying to come back, then you got young guys. So once we finally get everybody back together as one, I feel like we'll get it rolling.
For both sides, it's a process, right? You're not going to have a finished product four games into the season. It takes time, De'Vondre, doesn't it? It takes time.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty in it, like he was just kind of referring to. There's going to be moments where we aren't playing our best and give us a spark, and vice versa. So that's the beauty of it. We feed off each other's energy, and we understand it's gonna be a lot of growing pains for both sides this season. We just got to keep getting better and keep going. We haven't played our best football yet, and we're 3-1, 4 games in. So we just got to keep getting better, keep on locking in on the little small things, and we can accomplish whatever we want.
There we go, which we'll see what that leads to. Aaron, it's all about the win. Doesn't matter how you win, it's all about the win, isn't it?
Exactly, because when they look back in the column, they'll either see a W or an L. I mean, pretty, ugly, doesn't matter as long as you got the win. Like Dre said earlier, the NFL, it's a hard league to win in, so we got the W, and at the end of the season, when we look back, like I said, you'll see the W, and we'll be better for it. And sometimes those ugly wins make you a better team.
Right. Grow a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those situations where I'm like, we're 4 games in, and we've won just basically about every way you can win. Against Chicago, that was what we would consider a blowout win in the NFL. Like anything more than like 7 points is a blowout, because it's hard to win. And then we go to Tampa, you come down to the last play, and then yesterday having to go into overtime. So we've shown we can win in every way possible. So that's something that I'm very happy about at this point, because it could have easily went the other way. So
absolutely could. Yeah, right. So 3-1, you take that, and now you're going to find out how you can win in another way possible with a trip to another continent. Huh? That should be an interesting neutral site. We'll talk about that later in the show. Aaron, what's your take on these young receivers? Right, they're making some splash plays there. How have you seen them grown from OTA to training camp to 4 weeks into the season? Have you seen the steady process from these guys?
Yes, sir. Just getting more and more comfortable with the playbook, the checks, where A-Rod wants them, when he wants them there, what read they fall into in the progression, those things. So they're definitely going to continue to make strides. I'm proud of them, and I think you can see the jump from each game to game to game, and you'll continue to see that, and they'll help us out a lot down the road.
I couldn't help but chuckle when you said about what Aaron wants, Aaron Rodgers, and we had Alan Lazard as our co-host in 2020 for the virtual season and half of last season, and he often referred to as there's the Matt LaFleur offense, but then there's also the Aaron Rodgers offense that you have to learn. And that's got to be difficult. You know all about that, right? That's got to be a difficult thing for a rookie to come in and learn basically 2 offenses.
It definitely is. I mean, you got some signals that you only go through. Yes. You only go over it on Saturdays. It's not written down anywhere. So you just got to be in that meeting to see the signals, and they go by so fast. So you're sitting there asking the receivers what is this signal? What is that signal? You're just trying to learn it, and so it's a lot. It's a lot to remember, a lot to learn. On a lot of certain plays, you'll have 4 or 5 things you got to remember within that play if he changes the play or things like that. So it is complicated. You can't be dumb and play football. It's like learning a different language.
Yeah, patience, De'Vondre, right? You kind of laughing too. You've seen some of this stuff happening.
Yeah, he likes to pick on me. I've had this conversation with him. Every Thursday we have usually some type of situation in practice. At the end of practice, it's 2 minute or something. Matt has up his sleeves, just kind of keep us guessing. But Aaron likes to pick on me in those drills. They'll have one play, and then he'll look and give whatever signal. It's a different signal every time, and I'm like, I kind of know it's coming. So. Yeah, he's awesome.
Make any better, right?
Yes.
It does,
yes.
Absolutely. So, Aaron, how do you, as far as the offense is trending, though, I mean, is he getting there? You feeling like you're going to have one of those vintage performances soon where you and AJ are running circles around everybody and Rodgers is throwing darts all over the field in one of these 500-yard games and 38-point outbursts? Is it getting there? You feeling like it's getting close?
Yes, sir. I feel like it's getting close. Each week we've done some good things. We just got to put it together and stay consistent all 4 quarters. We'll come out, we'll do it one drive and then stall the next 2, then maybe do it the next drive or get the ball moving and stall out. So just staying consistent and executing.
Let's talk about Sunday's game a little bit. A couple more, then Ricardo, it's back to you for our Facebook question of the night. But first half a bit rough. Second half looked like the Packers' offense, like we're talking about, like what we're used to seeing. So what finally clicked? What got going against New England where you were able to put some drives together?
They made adjustments. They're like Jay said, they're a very well coached team. So they made adjustments, and we had to go make some adjustments as well, and just we were already running the ball, but then we were able to mix in some of that play action and take some shots down the field, and got some of those guys up out of the box so we can finish the game running the ball and finally kick that field goal
and win it. Yeah. Did you guys get a chance to either of you to embrace the hoodie after the game? Did you guys have any words with the hoodie?
I shook his hand.
Yeah, so that was it, huh?
Just a blank stare. Just he kept it moving.
There goes Belichick. How about you? Nothing?
No, nothing.
Yeah, I saw he and Aaron Rodgers. They were out on the field for like 30 minutes after the game, whispering stuff into each other's ears. And maybe Bill could have paid some attention to two of these captains here, and given them some compliments as well. So, 2 more things, and then it's to Ricardo. Aaron, you and A.J. Dillon, 183 yards on 33 carries combined yesterday. How about that? That's a healthy 5.5 yards per carry average. Why do you guys compliment each other so well, right? Thunder and lightning, right jab, left jab. I mean, you guys are just a fantastic duo. De'Vondre, the best in the league, right?
Yeah, by far.
Gotta be.
By far.
Gotta be.
We're 2 different backs, but we can do the same things. But when it comes to tackling us, it's a little bit different. AJ is bigger back, 250, 260. Not a lot of DBs or people on the field, period, want to tackle him once he gets moving.
People on earth, yeah.
And for me, I'm more slippery. I gotta use my body to avoid some of those big hits, but I feel like I'm the one who can. I mean, he can get loose as well, but get loose, and then AJ will just pound it and wear him down. And I feel like you get a mix of both. It's kind of hard to stop.
You know what the cool thing too about these 2 guys, Aaron and AJ, they cheer each other on, right? They don't care who's getting the carries, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's De'Vondre, right? That's a big deal. Sometimes there might be a little jealousy there, but not with these 2 guys.
It definitely happens, It definitely happens, and I've never seen it with these guys. Like, they're always cheering each other on, always talking and communicating, and that's just, like I said, it's rare. So when you do stuff like that, they're both great people. Like, I went to AJ's wedding, so I'm like, both of these guys are great people. So that goes back to what I was saying earlier. That goes a long way.
Yeah, absolutely. How come? Yeah, go ahead, clap. How come it's clicked for you 2 guys? It just seems like you're brothers, right? You get along so well.
We are brothers, and that goes back to Jamal as well.
Right.
At one point it was all 3 of us, and we know it's bigger than us. When it comes down to it, it's about winning a football game, and we all just want to see each other succeed. We know it's gonna help you in this league. You have another running back mate that you can run with. It's gonna help you last longer in the league. It's going to help you be fresher. So you just look at it in that way, and then you make the most of all your carries. It'll make you play that much better and make you play that much harder. You're competing, but it's a healthy competition, and you just want to see each other succeed, and you're biggest cheerleaders.
Yeah, and it's working, no doubt about it. So last question, and probably the most important question that all Packers fans want to know. De'Vondre, you kind of referenced it a little bit, but Aaron, has AJ given you the Door County tour yet? Has he taken you around the peninsula?
No, one time he did invite me up there, but I had to go back home and get my little one, so I didn't get the chance to go. But he's invited me up there once.
He is the mayor of Door County, knows all the hot spots. De'Vondre, you've been up there, obviously, for the wedding.
Yeah. He introduced me to the what is the place called? AC Tap.
Yes, AC Tap.
So if you out there, you got to try those wings. He had been telling me about them, so I was like, you know, you kind of got high expectations.
It lived up to
You've
it.
been bragging on them.
lived up to it.
They are legit.
I've been there. I know
They are
exactly where that
legit.
place is. It is a good
They
place.
are
and,
legit.
Mike Cruz, we need them as a sponsor fast. Get on the phone right now for
Yeah,
AC Tap up in
please.
Fish or Bailey's Harbor, I
I
think.
want to
so.
cater them somewhere.
You want some down here in Appleton?
Man,
Hey, Ricardo.
I'm serious.
Ricardo, you have tonight's Facebook question.
I
social media
do,
question of the
and
night.
it's from Steve Fields on Facebook. He wants to know, do you think all plays should be reviewable? For example, the delay of the game yesterday that should have been called against the Patriots could have changed the outcome of the game.
That was a touchdown pass, wasn't it? Clocks was
Man,
double
that's
zero.
2 weeks in a row they done let them get away with delay of games.
Yeah, that was a severe delay of game.
Yeah. I don't
What do you think?
know.
All plays, should they be reviewable?
If it's a touchdown, all touchdown plays I feel like should be reviewable.
Even like a delay of game and check that out and everything?
Yeah, I
That's
think
not a
so.
bad idea. Instead of all plays, all scoring plays. How about you, Aaron? What do you think?
I agree with what he said because if they was to be able to review every play, we'd be there forever. So
Yeah, well, right. It would be like a 9-hour game, wouldn't it? You guys would still be playing. So
it's a lot of stuff that players wouldn't get away with.
got to let him play football a little bit. So for having his question selected, Steve wins a signed photo of De'Vondre Campbell. Each week we'll ask you to submit a question for our co-host or guest that we'll ask live during Monday's show. Look for it on Facebook.com/Clubhouse Live. Ricardo, they're having a conversation over here. I don't know what's going on, but you just keep the show moving.
He made a point where he said, you know, the scoring plays are reviewed, but then why don't they look at that where it goes to 0, you know?
Well, yeah.
Because like Romeo's play where we thought it was a touchdown. He got 2 feet down, and then his
You're right.
elbow touched,
Yep.
and then the ball came out. So it's like,
That's a touchdown.
it's a touchdown first, but then why don't they, the way they reviewed that, why don't they review like
That's
when the
the-
clock
that's a
runs to
touchdown,
0
though.
on a touchdown?
That's crazy.
Good point. I thought you were telling De'Vondre to knock me over in the chair for a second. I thought that's what was going on. I was a little worried. Ricardo, trivia question number 2,
Yes. Now I need all 3 of you to look out in the crowd, see who raises
a
their
good
hand
one.
first for this one. This is a good one, Brett. The Giants are next on the Packers' schedule. Before being named Green Bay's head coach, Vince Lombardi served as the Giants' offensive coordinator from 1954 to 1958. Who served as the Giants' defensive coordinator during that same time? Here's a hint. He went on to become a legendary NFL head coach himself and won 2 Super Bowls and 250 games.
Who was the defensive coordinator on that Giants team? Yes? Bill Parcells. Nope, not Bill Parcells. Earlier yet. How about the guy in the blue shirt back there? Yes, Tom
Whoa.
Landry. Come on up. Get your nachos and beer gift certificate. I'll let
That's a good
the
guess.
captain give that
The
to you.
hat.
Come on up. The fedora, right?
Fedora,
He
the
always
fedora.
wore that fedora, very stoic along the sidelines.
Yes.
Tom Landry. Landry's only head coaching stint was with the Dallas Cowboys. Ricardo, that was a heck of a coaching staff, wasn't it?
He only won 2 Super Bowls?
2 Super Bowls, but
He was in a bunch of other ones.
he
though.
was in a
2 or
bunch of
3
other
more.
ones for sure. So, hey, Rosie, I need some music because it is time for tonight's Clubhouse Live Challenge. There we go. I got some more props. Hold on. I got to go get them.
Oh, man.
Not a bottle of water this time, right? Hold on, guys. It's those cups again. Yes.
All right, all right.
Oh, I think I know where we're going.
All right. We'll give Aaron the green cups. Devondre, you'll get the yellow cups.
think
Ricardo,
I know where we're going
I bought those
here.
cups years ago. I've gotten more games out of those
How many cups we got?
$2 cups.
I was just going to say the dollar store thanks you, my
It
friend.
fits the budget perfectly. So
Yes.
we're going to call this the pyramid scheme, right? You should each have 15 plastic cups, all in a single stack. One set of green, one set of gold. The object is simple. You must first stack the cups up like a pyramid. I think it goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? So the 5 is on the base. And then and if any of your cups fall, you start over. Yeah, and then stack them back up into the single column. So that makes sense. You
so
pyramid them.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yep, and then back down
Okay.
to the single column. So once completed, as they suit, you must disassemble the pyramid back into a single stack. The person who finishes first is the winner. Now, your playing partners tonight, Devondre, you are playing for AJ Eno. Where's AJ? Right behind Ricardo over there. That's your playing partner. And Aaron, you're playing for Tom Witzak, way back left corner right there. And this is what they could win tonight. The winner, again, we've had a lot of these. A pack of players cards, Packers players cards, courtesy of our friends at Shields over here. Also a signed De'Vondre Campbell photo, and a Mike Thiel, Eric Lives Here CD. Yes, CD.
Priceless.
CDs. They still have CDs, De'Vondre.
What are those?
Mike Thiel was here a couple weeks ago and gave me some to give away. The runner-up tonight, though, gets this Packers Slim can cooler, courtesy of our friends at Shields, and then the signed photo and the CD. So here we go.
Here we go.
You guys feeling confident that you can do this? Do you have enough space to do this?
I feel like my cup, something's wrong with my cups already.
Something's wrong with your cups. Okay.
It wasn't stuck in
Nothing.
Oh,
no,
come
I would
on.
not booby trap this game. So let's see who thinks De'Vondre, the linebacker, is going to win tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Who's thinking so? And who thinks the elusive running back is going to win this game?
Wow.
De'Vondre, the challenge has been set forth by you. Will the linebacker take down the running back? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. Cheer 'em on, everybody. Okay, now back. Whoa.
Take them apart.
Aaron Jones is moving pretty quick here. He's still moving. And it is done deal. And De'Vondre has completed the task as well. But Aaron Jones is the winner of the challenge tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Good hand-eye coordination tonight. Rosie, how about some championship music? Because Tom, you are going home with the players' cards from Shields, the signed photo and the CD. And AJ, you come up here later, you get your Slim Can Cooler from Shields, the CD and the signed photo. How about a fine round of applause for our fine contestants tonight?
The Slim Can Cooler.
The Slim Can Cooler.
It's for like the White Claws. There you go.
So there we go. Ricardo, you have another audience question?
No, I don't.
Okay, so what do you guys think? How do you like that challenge, huh? You feeling am I doing okay with my challenges?
boy, here we
or I
go.
have to do
That
better?
was a good challenge.
Okay.
Yes. You
Better
got
than the water bottle flip last week?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We got Halloween coming up. We got some good Halloween stuff. We'll see De'Vondre.
And our show is on Halloween.
Yes, with Amari, but De'Vondre will be here in 3 weeks again on the 24th. So we'll have a good Halloween challenge for that. So no second audience question. So now we have to start winding things down. Aaron Jones. I don't know if I've ever. Yeah, I think you were a guest at one time with maybe Ty Montgomery. I want to say you might have been here. So it's been a while since I've given you some gifts, though, right?
I like gifts.
Even though you came on the show and you started ripping on me, saying that I was the reason why you didn't come back, you hurt my feelings.
I
and now
forgot you were sensitive.
I'm going to go home to my wife and complain and say why he thinks I'm so sensitive. I've got some gifts to try to make it up to you, okay? I want us to be buddies.
We are
De'Vondre
buddies
and I are really
forever.
good buddies now. We're hanging out tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon.
Where we going?
What do you want to do?
Let's go bowling.
I was going to say, go to
Bowling?
Door County.
Yeah. They got a bowling alley.
They do in Sister Bay, a 6-lane alley.
How
right
far is that from AC Top?
Not very far at all, just up the road.
As long as I can get some wings.
Well, he wants some wings.
Another live
As
stream
long
opportunity.
as long as you're paying
I
for
have to.
everything, De'Vondre, okay? All right,
I
so
lost my card.
let's give Aaron his gift, shall we not? Let's do this one. This will be great for the man cave. Look at this from yesterday. Look at that.
Looks
That's a
pretty
nice one.
ripped.
His arms look like my arms. It's unbelievable. Veins
Curls
popping out.
paying off.
Easy. There you go. And then I always like to go way back in the time machine. Go back to your days at UTEP with the Miners, right? Texas El Paso. There's Aaron Jones wearing the number. Is that you? Number 29. Is that you running the football there? Look at that
Yes,
back in the
sir.
day. Future Pro Bowl running back right there. So there you go. That'll look good in the Aaron Jones man cave.
Thank you.
Got a man cave at Green Bay or El Paso?
Green Bay.
You got one.
I got one.
I should come check that out
You
sometime.
come check it out. It's just pictures everywhere.
Pictures of yourself. A shrine to
A shrine to
himself is
myself.
what it is. All right, let's talk. You got a big trip coming up, guys. We got to talk about this big old trip to Europe, right? You're going to London, England. Now, how about that? London, England. I've never been there. Have you, Ricardo?
No.
Anybody else in here coming?
Yeah, who's going to the London game? Anybody? Aaron is.
Aaron Jones' mom.
Aaron better go. Aaron better go. Who's going to watch the game at 8:30 in the morning Sunday? I said a lot of churches are going to be a little empty on Sunday morning here in Northeast Wisconsin, aren't they? So
Do they serve beer that early, 8:30?
Ooh, I don't know.
I'm just asking.
Mimosas, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Mimosas, I think, is what they have. So, first time for you both, right?
Yep.
Have you ever been to London? No. We talked about that before the show. And the first time for you, not with your military background, you haven't ever been to?
Have ever been to London? No.
Never been to London. So first time. First time. What are the challenges? Is this an 8-hour flight from here? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think they said 8 hours. Are they 8 hours ahead?
They're 6 hours ahead.
6, yeah. So I don't know, but I think we're going down there. I think Thursday. I heard.
Is that when you're leaving?
Thursday after practice.
Thursday after practice. So you get there like Friday morning.
Friday morning. Yeah.
So got a little bit of time, but 6 hours is a long time. So it's a little bit of a challenge, but when you're cognizant of it and you understand what's ahead, you know how to prepare.
Aaron, you're kind of creatures of habit, though. You're right. You're kind of into your weekly routines, and this sort of kind of blows it all up, doesn't it? How do you try to maintain the best routine you can with a big trip like this in front of you?
I just know it's football. That's what it comes down to. That's the reason we're there, and we're there to handle business. So keep that the main thing.
You like these London games, these ideas, and playing there? Or do you think?
I do.
Do you?
I do. You get to experience somewhere else. People who normally don't get to watch you play football, or maybe fans, and you're in a different country. You get to spread the game of football with them as well, and hopefully turn the game of football into a bigger than it already is.
Worldwide game, right?
Yes, sir.
How about you, De'Vondre? You like these London, this idea of playing a different country, different continent?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool concept because I think they're trying to expand the game to other countries. I think they did it in Mexico before too, so it's a pretty cool idea because I don't think football is known in American football is known in many other countries. When they hear football, they think of soccer. So
right.
Trying to introduce them to American football.
I think there's going to be a lot of Packer fans out there, from my understanding. A lot of Packer fans in the UK. Ricardo, we should take the show over there and
I'm all for it.
Go find a little
expense it on the company.
A little English pub, and we're good to go, right? I'm sure that's very affordable for us. No, it's a business trip for you guys, but can you be a tourist? Can you go and check out King Charles now and go see what he's doing and Prince William?
Yeah,
and
they'll let him right in,
and
Brett.
I don't even know what part of London we staying in.
I think we're in standing like Watford.
Who?
Watford, something like 45 minutes outside. But I think we will have a few hours to explore and
do some sightseeing.
And go eat, things like that.
Hop on a double-decker bus. Maybe go visit Abbey Road, right, Ricardo? Could you take your picture on that crosswalk that the Beatles did? They don't even know who the Beatles are, so I should stop talking.
Who?
Huh? Who? He says. Last thing, what are you gonna do to pass the time on this long flight? Are you just gonna sleep? Are you gonna watch some movies? Are you gonna listen to some music? Are you gonna eat?
I'm sleeping. Yeah.
Sleeping the whole time?
Sleep, wake up, eat, go back to sleep.
Because when we land, it'll be the morning, so that's really our time to sleep. So
that's just weird. I can't sleep on a plane. Can you, Ricardo? I cannot do that. I've tried.
No problems.
Can't zonk
Why
out.
not?
That's where I get some of my best sleep.
Best sleep on a plane? What did you say?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? I'm not a big fan of flying. I'll do it, but it's not my preferred mode.
That's why you're supposed to go to sleep.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on. I don't want to talk. Yeah, I don't want to be touched on a plane. That's for darn sure. You can rest assured that there's been many times on flights where I'm squished in like a sardine and I'm looking at the guy next to me. Yeah. Get away from me. All right, how about a round of applause tonight for De'Vondre Campbell, the captain, and Aaron Jones. Showtime. See, it was fun to be back, wasn't it, Showtime?
Yes, sir. It definitely was fun to be back. Thank y'all for having me. Thanks for inviting me, Dre.
Yes, sir. We got to do it again sometime. So, Ricardo, we're going up north, though.
That's right.
We're going up north, but they're going East. Like really east.
Yes.
So we're going to pick the Packers-Giants game over at London. And who are you going to pick to win the big game, Ricardo?
Well, I'll tell you this. Tyrod Taylor is their backup, so if Jones doesn't play, he's kind of a different quarterback.
Didn't he get a concussion
He
yesterday?
did, but
Yeah.
we haven't. Is he ruled out? I guess
don't know.
either way, the quarterback position's shaky. I'll say Packers by a field goal. You
Oh,
happy?
he is picking the Packers every week now,
No, not every week.
except for the Bear game.
No, not the first 2 weeks, I think. Didn't I?
Look at you.
Yes.
Look at you. Well, Aaron Jones, I don't know if this was on the show. Was the Victory Visor on the show when you were here? It was here?
Of course.
All right,
So you
well-
forgot about me.
I have not forgotten about you. I would never say anything bad to you, like you said to me. But I got the Victory Visor. What do you guys think? How about 27-14 Packers over the New York Giants, huh? Yeah, Daniel Jones, he has that ankle injury. Not sure what his status is going to be. Tyrod Taylor has a concussion. I'm not sure what his status is going to be. But even if Jones comes back, he's usually a dual-threat quarterback, but maybe more multi-dimensional. So how do you slow down Saquon Barkley, right? We talked about that earlier in the show. He is and you can appreciate that too, one of the game's top running backs as well as this guy here on the table. So I think Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, they're gonna ground and pound on Sunday morning, right? They're gonna control the clock, control the tempo. Defenses forces Jones into a couple of interceptions. Giants have been a cute little story, but the cuteness ends now, right? Sunday in England, the Packers are gonna win, and New York's 3 victories this season, by the way, have been by a combined 12 points. So they're getting by the skin of their hair of their chinny chin. So again, 8:30 kickoff, and we'll be ready to go. So Ricardo, Packers News app.
That's right, with exclusive commentary, insider analysis, and award-winning photos and videos from USA Today Network, Wisconsin's Packers coverage team. That Packers News app, your one-stop shop for complete coverage of the Green Bay Packers. Unlimited digital access to the Packers News app and PackersNews.com can be yours for as low as, Brett, 99 cents for the first month. Please subscribe today. You got 99 cents. Come on.
I got 99 cents, so please subscribe. And let's thank our sponsors and friends as well. First, our 3 presenting sponsors, Cellcom, East Wisconsin Savings Bank, and Munoz Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Also, thank you to our sporting sponsors, Shields, Escort Limousine Service, Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear, Mayfield Sports Marketing, Mike Thiel and Eric lives here, and of course the good folks here at the Hilton Appleton Paper Valley Hotel. Rosie, do you have some breaking news music? I have one big announcement to make here.
Here we go.
When it comes to next week's show. All right. Breaking news once again on Clubhouse Live. Again, we will have a show next week, not with De'Vondre or Amari Rogers, since the Packers will be heading back from London. So filling in and joining us will be Packers Hall of Famer, the Magic Man, Don Makowski is going to be here. Should be a fun trip down memory lane. The one-time fan favorite at quarterback, Magic, once and for all, ladies and gentlemen, is going to put an end to the debate.
He was over the line.
Whether or not he was behind the line of scrimmage when he and Sterling Sharp hooked up to beat Ricardo's Chicago Bears
Coach
in 1989.
Ditka said he was over the line.
We are going to settle this once and for all. And then Amari Rogers is back in 2 weeks for October 17th show. De'Vondre in 3 weeks back for our October 24th show. So the Magic Man's going to be here next week. Don Makowski, you want to be here for that for sure. Back to you, De'Vondre. What a show. Hours fly by, don't they? A fly by.
Yeah, it's been an hour.
It's been an hour. Or has it felt like 2 hours for you? I'm afraid to ask.
Nah, that was pretty quick.
It's quick, huh?
Yeah, when you're having fun.
Yeah, that's right. He's having some fun here
you're
at the
conversing.
desk. More than what Aaron Jones said to me. But De'Vondre, you're the co-host. You're the star of the show here. What's your final word tonight?
I appreciate you guys for coming. It's good to see you. It's always good to see you, especially after a victory. Let's keep it going.
There we go. So, yeah, keep those claps coming for the captain, for Showtime, for Ricardo and the rest of the Clubhouse Live crew. And this is Brett Christopherson signing off. Be back here next Monday night, 6:30 p.m., as we celebrate that big Packers victory over the New York Giants with Packers Hall of Famer, the Magic Man, Don Makowski. Hey, everybody, come on, take it away.